The Senate Committee on Justice and Human Rights, after hearing arguments for and against the issue of lowering the age of criminal responsibility targeting children 17 and below, has approved the age of 12 as the minimum threshold. The underlying reasons for the choice and the vow by opposition senators to block all attempts to institutionalize the proposition in this report from PTV's Pauline Requesto.
Senate Committee on Justice and Human Rights Chairman Dick Gordon said he will recommend the lowering of minimum age of criminal responsibility to 12 years old. Gordon made the statement after wrapping up the panel's hearing on the issue. According to the senator, his basis for the recommendation is the practice of several highly developed countries such as the US and Singapore, where the minimum age of criminal liability is lower.
We are not a highly developed country. There's no global consensus. And all the developed countries ay mababa. O bakit naman tayo magmamagaling para lang sabihin sikat tayo?
During the hearing, lapses on the implementation of the Juvenile Justice Welfare Act surfaced. Resource speakers noted the lack of Bahay Pag-asa centers where youth offenders are brought for rehabilitation.
We're not just talking about Bahay Pag-asa as structures, we mean programs. And so many of these Bahay Pag-asa do not have formative programs for young children.
Doing something different is not going to change anything unless we are, as a collective, ready to implement it. They can be taught and they can be given and should be given a second chance in life. We do not want to create criminals. We want to save them from being criminals.
Senator Risa Hontiveros reiterated that she would oppose any amendment that would lower the minimum age once the bill reaches the plenary.
Even at the current 15, hindi pa fully implemented yung batas. Ano naman yan, rule of thumb naman yan sa legislation. Hindi ka mag-amend ng batas until fully implemented yung current ng batas at i-assess mo. Hindi pa nga na-assess yung implementasyon ng juvenile justice law eh.
The Philippine National Police, however, maintained that the issue does not lie on simple law enforcement. Although the PNP is not pushing for a specific minimum age, PNP Chief Oscar Albayalde said they support any proposal that lowers the age of criminal responsibility.
Not law enforcement, purely law enforcement. Law enforcement is just one aspect of this itong concern natin ito. We have statistics to prove this, no? Meron lalong-lalo na sa robbery, no? Lalo na sa robbery. Yung robbery and theft at the age of 10, ang daming nai-involved.
PNP data in 2016 showed that children in conflict with the law reached as high as 4,200. Gordon said he would recommend increasing the funding for the construction of more youth rehabilitation centers and for additional social workers and counselors. Although Gordon said he would recommend lowering the marker to 12, the lawmakers stressed that age is not as important as the amendments that would improve the implementation of the law. Pauline Requesto for The Nation.
Beyond the headlines,
it's news with a different perspective.
Before the day ends,
for events that shape our views and impacts the world around us,
we keep you up to speed.
With Richmond Cruz and Charms Espina, PTV News Headlines, your comprehensive nightly news source, only here.